This video is sponsored by F1 Fanatics. Get your official F1 merch in the description below.
I've messed up my rankings
Why?
completely. Number 10 is not Haas.
Where have you put number 10?
Hey everyone, welcome to Wheelie Bed F1, and today we are going to be reviewing all of the 2024 liveries.
And we're going to rank them now. So we're going to rank them 1 to 10. Obviously, it's our opinion. We could be wrong. Let us know in the comments if you think it's a different order. But yeah,
As long as Red Bull isn't 8th again, Jack isn't wrong.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you might want to go and check out this video that's going to be in the top right corner, where I've put Red Bull mysteriously low. Kind of my reasons as well. But yeah, so we'll start with number 10. Who have you gone for number 10, Josh?
I've gone for the car I had a rant on the other day.
Okay.
V-Carb is at number 10.
Okay.
At least with the other cars below this, some of them are uninspiring. This one tries and is horrible. I am sorry to the bits designed. Again, I'm not trying to be horrible to the bits designed it. You've had a hard job, probably. I get that. I probably couldn't do better. But that white, there's too much of it, and it ruins it.
Yeah.
That Boss logo just ruins it.
No, fair enough. I mean, for my number 10, I've gone with Haas. I just thought
Yeah.
it was a bit boring. It was, black, white, a little bit of red in there for a bit of pizzazz. It wasn't anything to go running home about. It was just a bit of a letdown, if I'm being honest. I'm sure Hulkenberg and Magnussen probably looked at it and thought,
We're going to be 18th, or 19th, or 20th.
yeah, but, well, they might finish higher if people crash and stuff. But about it. No, I say that. You never know. The F1 season
You never know.
long. It's 24 races this year. You never know. So yeah, talking of your number 10, your number 10 is my number 9. V-Carb is only 9th because they tried something over Haas. They gave something a go. They put a bit of effort in, attempted to anyway, but that's it. That is literally my only difference. If Haas tried something, I'd probably put them 9th instead.
Yeah.
The V-Carb just didn't look great, if I'm being honest. I didn't mind the boss bit on it. I think the boss bit looked okay. I can't say anything else on that, really. Yeah. What about your number 9?
Well, your number 10's my number 9. Haas.
Okay, so why the other way around then?
V-Carb tried something, but at least when I look at the Haas, I don't feel violated.
Okay. Yeah, that's...
Look, I'm being too harsh on the V-Carb now, I apologise. But with the Haas, it's bland, it's uninspiring. You look at that car and you go, okay, that's your just reaction.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Can't argue with that, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of those were just, uninspiring is the way that I'd go with it. I don't want to trash talk them too much. So we'll move away from that and we'll go to number 8. So what's yours?
My number 8 is Team Carbon Fiber / Alpine.
Oh, okay. So we've got the same number 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Maybe the same reasons for me. It's uninspiring. When Alpine have had such beautiful liveries in the past, and then teasers with a nice camo pink livery, and then give me a splash of colour and 90% carbon fibre. I know these teams are putting effort in, but there needs to be some sort of rule that says you need to paint on it. Like all the classic cars we've had, you're not going to remember these bottom 3. You're never going to remember them.
No, especially not really, are you? I mean, you tweeted that as well, to be fair, about a minimum amount of paint that should be on the car. It's not like it's a case of having just pure carbon fibre makes your car quicker. I mean, look at the front runners from last season. Well, look at Ferrari, look at Aston Martin, Red Bull, obviously. At points, they were flying out ahead. Was it carbon fibre all over the car? No. So I don't understand what the reason is behind it. And yeah, I mean,
it's to save weight, but if these are the teams that they save weight, then why are they doing it?
True. Probably because they can't catch up in terms of, their actual car. Like the actual parts of the car, they're not as fine-tuned, say. Alpine at least released 2 cars. I know you didn't see the difference between them. And obviously we spoke about that last week in the previous video. It was mostly carbon fibre. There was a little bit of colour on it. I didn't mind it. It was a bit of a letdown compared to what they were teasing. But yeah, that's why I've left them there. That's why I've put them in number 8. So, but at number 7, I've gone for Williams.
Hey, guess what? So have I.
By the way, we haven't spoken about this before. We purposely didn't tell each other our top 10 so that it didn't affect the other one. So, you're on the bounce.
We wanted the reaction to be legit and nothing else.
Yeah, yeah. No, I went with Williams because they did a little bit better. I wasn't a big fan of the Duracell thing. Again, spoke about that last week. Again, they tried. They did something with it. It was more than just carbon fiber, is the way I'd put that. And that tends to be mostly a thing with my top. Well, from now on, is they've done more or they've done something that surprises us, or me in this case. I thought it was okay.
The Williams, for me, it's very similar to last year's. If the Duracell part wasn't so big, it looks out of place in that car.
It does.
Get why. I think it's smart the way they've done it with the Duracell. I think it's very smart.
Yeah.
I don't know if it works on that car though.
I don't know. It was a bit of an eyesore for me. When I'd seen it, I went, "Ooh, what's that?" No offense to Williams, it wasn't inspiring at all. What about your number 6?
My number 6 is a car. See, 6 onwards, I like all of them. It's just which one's better. For me, 6 is the Marmite car, which is Sauber Steak, whatever they're called now.
Yeah.
I like the green on it. Okay. I think the green stands out. I don't think any of these 6 to 1, I don't think any of bad cars. It's different. They've tried something, and I don't know, the green, it looks really nice. The more I talk about it, the more I want to put on my list. But it's definitely different. You're definitely not going to miss it.
Yeah.
And you could talk about the fact, again, with the Alpine, there's a lot of carbon fibre, but they've put an effort in, and I like it.
Okay. My
go on, what's yours?
Once again, controversial. I have gone with Red Bull.
Right, so that's the end of this video. I'm going to leave now.
That's the end of me.
Why is Red Bull so low again?
You will never see me again. No, there's a reason behind this, right? 6 above, they've done something with the car, made it look a little bit different to last year, to an extent. Red Bull has been the same car for years, which isn't a bad thing. I like the look of the Red Bull. But that wasn't enough for me to then push it above other cars. I knew exactly where I was putting Red Bull in before I even started making my list. I knew it was going to be middle of the pack, maybe pushing, might have got to 5th. But 6th is where it's going to go, only because it just looks the same. It's not like it's standing out to me as a, ooh, wow, look what they've done with the car this year. There it is again.
Yeah.
That's the only reasoning. That is literally my reasoning. I think Red Bull are going to probably do very well this season. I'm not saying anything about that. I'm not trying to be horrible about Red Bull. It's just, I don't see any difference. Not really.
But it's iconic.
Yes, it is iconic. But if it's been the same car for years on end, it just is what it is. I don't see why I should be justifying myself to put it higher just because it's Red Bull. That's it.
All right, fair enough. Sticking to your principles, I like it.
Yeah. Talking of classic, I went for Aston Martin for number 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go on then. Why is that?
I just like what they did with the car. I think it just looks a bit nice. Again, it's the same kind of deal as Red Bull. It's not way too dissimilar to last year's.
Yeah.
That's why I wouldn't go any higher. I think the green and the black look quite nice. That's all I've got to say.
It is. It's a nice looking car. I like the look of it this year.
Hopefully they do as well as they did at the beginning of last year, but keep it up for the season. But I can probably tell by just looking at it, that's going to be a quick car.
Yeah.
That's it. So what have you got for your number 5?
Right. I know I'm a McLaren fan, as you probably noticed from the other videos.
Oh dear.
But McLaren's number 5 for me.
Okay.
It's nice, but it could have been nicer. I'm just thinking back to past liveries. The papaya and blue is so much nicer than the papaya and black. I think it's just a better mix of colours. And if you look at the IndyCar, the papaya and blue one, it's really nice. If you look from about 2 or 3 years ago when it was papaya and blue, then it's, again, really nice. It's one of my favourite McLaren liveries. Probably second or third to the Vodafone one. The more I think about it, the more I actually want to put it down.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm swapping it. I'm swapping it. Steak's 5th and McLaren 6th now. Look, it's a nice car. It's not bad. Everything on it fits. Everything on it works well enough. I just hope it drives a lot faster than it looks, though. It is a decent car. I'm not saying it's not. It's just, it's not the best car I've ever seen.
Okay. Yeah, no, fair enough. I mean, I've put them obviously higher, but yeah. Carry on then. So, who have you got for number 4?
Number 4, I'm not going to insult them as much as you have, but I'm going Red Bull.
Okay,
Now,
yeah.
I get exactly why you put them lower down the list. Get it completely. Again, it's not number 1 for me. It's a nice livery. It's been a nice livery for years. Again, they haven't changed much, but it's iconic for me, like the red Ferrari. Years down the line, if Red Bull ever lead the sport, you're going to remember those cars.
Oh yeah.
If you ask people on the street, not everyone's going to recognize, but most people will recognize the car.
Yeah.
You know what a Red Bull is.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I think it's a very iconic car, and it's always going to stand out.
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I said I'll just put mine lower just because it's more of the same.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
So go on then. What's your number 4? What beats out the Red Bull?
I've only gone for this one because I think it just beats out everything else below it. I think it stands out, but I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Otherwise, it could have actually probably gone a little bit higher, weirdly enough. I have gone for Steak.
Okay.
I wasn't a big fan of it when it came out, and you remember the conversation I had with you. You loved it, and I went, ooh.
I was a bigger fan of it than you was.
Yeah, I know. But I think that it's actually quite a clever move from them to be able to keep the carbon fibre in there, to keep the black, but then used the greens of Kick, and it has just worked very well for them. You know that that's going to be the car that's going past you. Well, probably won't be going past anyone, but it's the car that's going past. If you're watching or whatever, you'll know what exactly that car is. It's nice in a sense, and it stands out. I think they've done a very good job with it. That's as far as I can go with that, really. I think they've just done a very good job. So yeah, who have you gone for number 3 then?
Number 3. So this top 3, any of them could have easily changed. I think they're all gorgeous. Number 3 for me is Aston Martin.
Okay.
I love the green.
Yeah, fair enough.
I love the green, and I think it's such an iconic colour, not just in F1 but in the world of motorsport.
Mm.
And it just fits that car so well. There's not much to it, it's literally just green and black, but that shade of green is... there's just something about it. I can't get over how nice it is.
Yeah, it's very iconic. It is a very nice shade of green. I'll give you that. Yeah, fair enough. You've put them number 3. I think it would have been the same for me for everyone above Steak, if I'm being honest. Is that kind of...
Yeah.
Aston Martin wouldn't have been as much in the conversation, but I think above number 4 would have been a bit of a trickier one to move around. But in terms of my number 3, I've gone with Mercedes. Now, I know I'm a big Mercedes boy, but yeah, I just think the other two stood out a little bit more for some reason. I preferred them. Mercedes car did look great. I thought it looked fantastic, to be fair. It just, it's silver, it's black, it's got the green going up the nose. It does look good. But that's I could go on for probably minutes talking about that. I do think it looked quite nice. I think they've done a little bit different with it this year. It's just a nice car. I haven't really got any other reason as to why it's number 3. I just think it was better than what's below it, personally.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. I'll leave that one there, to be honest. What about you then? So you're number 2.
Yeah. So my number 1, 2 were very close. Both cars are amazing, but number 2 is Ferrari. It's that white and yellow, as discussed before, that white and yellow, it makes a difference. I'm thinking about the car. I want to take that car to a Michelin-star meal, and I want to buy it the most expensive steak it's got.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I could see why it's number 2. I'd like to see why you've justified. Obviously, we know what number 1 for you would be now. Why you've justified number 1 bit over number 2, but we'll get to that. My number 2 is McLaren. Big difference between me and you. You know, as you're a fake McLaren fan,
obviously,
I've done them some justice and put them higher. I know you preferred it with the blue. But I don't know. I thought it just looked really nice. I think the promo material, which obviously I discussed a little bit more at length last week, was better than everybody else's. They showed off the car really nicely, and I liked the sort of that juxtaposition between the orange and the black. Like Mercedes, I haven't got any reason as to why. All 4 cars at the top, you know exactly who they are. Actually, probably top 6. You know exactly who they are. what car they are, what brand they are, even if you aren't a major follower of F1. But yeah, no, I think in terms of why they're second over, say, Mercedes, I just think I preferred the cars. That's it. There's just I had a bit more of a hype around it, weirdly enough, when it came out. That could just be down to the fact that their car coming out all the way back when.
And you just shadow dropped it.
Yeah, their shadow dropped it. Just got me excited for the F1 season. Yeah, okay, so your number one is, well, we know who.
It's not. It's not who you think it is, you know.
Oh, okay.
No. It is the HRT. No.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, it's the Mercedes.
Yeah.
It's the silver, the black, that little bit of blue. It gives, as I mentioned before, it gives you that 1999 McLaren vibes. It just is beautiful.
Yeah.
We like the silver, we want the black. No Mercedes fan knows what to want. So Mercedes went, okay, give you best of both worlds. They thought they'd Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus it. I can't describe why. But you look at that car, I look at that car and I'm going, if I want to take Ferrari to a Michelin star restaurant, I'm taking the Mercedes to the moon on a Michelin star restaurant. That's me gushing about my number one, but how about you? What's yours?
It's the one that you would take to a Michelin star restaurant.
Okay.
Forget taking it to the moon. I'll be taking it to, the next closest star system. That Ferrari, oof, absolutely gorgeous. It's just a classic car, isn't it? You can't mess up red. It just looks stunning, and I'm sure half of social media will probably agree with me. That car, it's just beautiful from front wing to back wing. It's the only car so far that has made me go wow. Like, yeah, it just has that factor. I don't care if, say, Ferrari don't win anything all season. I will happily sit there and watch that car. They could be at the back of the pack. I will watch that car over everything else just because it looks stunning. But that's why it's my number one. It's just 10 out of 10. Probably 11 out of 10. Yeah.
If
so
that car drives as fast as it looks, that will be remembered for a long time.
Yeah, if it gets Leclerc up there, doesn't even have to win the championship, but if it gets him up there, or even gets Sainz up there, it will be a car that will be remembered for a while, a good while. This could be their car where they then do a Red Bull and keep it looking relatively similar for a few years. Well, yeah, so I hope you go over to our sponsor, F1 Fanatics. It is in the thing below us. They've dropped the Mercedes, they've dropped the Alpine already. All there for pre-order. So give it a look. Yeah, if you've got any comments, obviously just throw it in the comments. And please, if you can, subscribe to our channel, hit the little notification bell so you can see when our next ones come out. But yeah, we will see you soon.